A slender, tall shadow in the hat, monocle sharp like a blade, rat-a-tat-tat. Creep through the void with the cane and the grin, trolling the tyrants while the beat spins. Beastie ghost in the machine, vinyl crackle and fizz. Top hat, phantom got the whole block in a tizzy. Wordplay, wicked rhymes from the abyss. One look in my eye and your whole game dismiss. A void-born jester, spectre supreme. Punk rock rap with that gentleman gleam. Boastful and brash, but clever as hell. Drop, take down smoother than a mic drop spell. Mystery wrapped in a bow tie glow. Enemy scatter when the monocle spies. I'm the enigma in the fedora lights. A slender forever, steal the show. All right!
a husband to a beautiful black wife, right? Was that right?
That is
Ah,
correct.
Oh yes.
ah. Okay, so he's going through with all the stereotypes.
Leave no stone unturned. Damn it.
He turned into a
Nope.
Zionist, and now he's taking the other part.
I'll see you on the front lines of the next BLM protest, brother.
No, probably not. You have to remember a lot of the people within their own. What the fuck? That's terrible. You have to remember a lot of people within the black community itself are self-racist or just racist against the black community. It's because they are also tired of the community.
I wouldn't call it being racist towards the community. It's just more being
Well,
tired of ghetto black.
depends.
Like
Because I know plenty of people that are very racist against other black people.
well, yeah, it goes in all directions. But at least from my side, we're conservative, and the conservatives are tired of the black liberals being stupid.
Yes, that's a conservative side specifically, but there's people within the black culture that, or not within that, what they call the black culture, but there's black people that criticize that constantly, and then
Yeah,
they
the
get
black
called not
liberals,
black.
the black liberals are racist towards the black conservatives, exactly, and say that the black
Oh,
conservatives
yeah,
are not
yeah,
black.
okay.
They call
Well, I mean,
they call
if
black
we're-
conservatives Uncle Toms. So it goes both ways.
It goes outside of party ideals and everything, but yes, within the two parties, yes, definitely.
Uncle Tom and
I'm with
Coon.
Chris Rock. What?
Right.
Hold on, wait.
Well,
Say that again.
I'm
Say
with
that.
Chris Rock. What?
Say that again.
Who?
Pops.
What?
Were you talking to? Never mind. Well, keep it moving. We're keeping
Go
it
ahead.
moving.
Go.
Keeping it moving.
I was gonna say I'm with Chris Rock when Chris Rock said that there's black folks, and there's N words, and the black folks are tired of the N words. I'm pretty sure many people besides black folks are tired of N words.
Man, it's. You ever seen Tom from the Boondocks? You're giving Tom from the Boondocks right now.
The lawyer guy,
Yeah.
or Uncle Ruckus.
All right. Since we're here, we're gonna start here on stupidity. I figure this is gonna be our first topic of the evening. Mainly because, hey, by the way, it shameless self promotion here. We are beginning our football podcast very soon. We're going through our fantasy football stuff as we speak. Leagues are being created and renewed. So we will have another season. But
I won't be here for that because I don't know football.
it's okay. You don't have to know sports to be able to appreciate this.
It's official. I just declared for the 2027 WNBA draft in April. Join me in this journey.
Lennis Cantor Freedom decided he's going to throw his hat into the WNBA.
The WNBA does not ban men who identify as women right now from playing in the league.
He would dominate the WNBA without batting an eyelash.
The number one prospect in the history of the WNBA.
I love this. Make a
My
complete
freedom
mockery.
plane, bro. Yo, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. His last name being Freedom is fucking
yes,
killing
that's great.
me.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and
love
I
this.
have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here
Oh my
to
God.
mock,
Written in
make fun
cross
of,
on
or
the Nike
disrespect
logo.
any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
Yes.
See you at
Yeah.
training camp.
This whole
Bro,
thing
South Park is
is just-
officially real life.
Look at Roy's wife.
Identify as sometimes identifying.
Wait,
Yeah, Roy's
Oh, earlier this week I made the announcement. I'm transgender. I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman
Sometimes.
for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be
For purposes of
declaring for the
basketball.
WNBA draft in 2027 as well.
Dude, this is
Well, I mean, I
awesome.
think I'd be
Men
unstoppable.
take over the WNBA.
You know, but I'm a team first guy. You know, I'm a pass first kind of player. I do the little things. You know, I led my team in all 5 major.
my dude's saying sometimes, especially when I'm playing basketball,
well,
I
mean,
feel like a
exclusively.
woman.
they're
But I want
literally
you to
just
know.
using the same logic.
No, I want you to know that as I'm feeling like a woman, I am a team first guy.
Yep.
stat categories at Iowa State
And I love
University.
the hat. Keep it
So I
salty.
do a little bit of everything. I'll do whatever the coach needs me to do. I'll do whatever the girls need me to do.
Yeah.
All kidding aside, what is the reason for your decision to declare for the WNBA draft?
No, I
There's
think
no
it's only
kidding.
fair. I think it's only fair. I see other great minds, other great athlete, political minds like Enos Cantor. Great minds think alike, and it's only fair that some of us get a shot to play in the Women's Association. I think I'd be a great fit. You know, I still have low mileage as a player,
Dude,
and
what's gonna be hilarious?
I got the natural
funding
fair
for the
skin
WNBA is
and
about
the
to go
nice,
through the roof
thick
because of these
eyelashes
guys.
and whatnot. I haven't broken out my wigs yet, but I'm looking into some good ones. I don't know much about the wigs, but I'm looking into some.
Not the wig.
And I just hope that the bangs on the wig don't get into my eyesight, so I can play like I need to play.
What would stop you from declaring for the WNBA draft?
I think the WNBA could come out and make a definitive statement about guys with a pair of balls playing in the Women's Association. But
You realize
hey,
he's a politician.
that'd be probably too much like right. So.
And unless they do that, you're very certain you're going to be declaring, right?
Oh no, I'm declaring. Yeah, no. And I don't want to be discriminated against. No, I want fair treatment. I'm a black, I'm a young black, hopefully United States senator that would like a fair chance to participate as a sometimes identifying as a transgender woman.
Oh my God.
Athlete.
How do you think the women players in the WNBA will feel
No,
about
this is perfect.
Well, I
This is
think they're
perfect.
going to
It's
have
calling them on
nightmares,
their
as they
bullshit.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 260 pounds, 265 pounds, 6'8". Can palm a man's basketball probably as easily as any player in history. I think I had the third biggest hands in the modern NBA draft combine in history of the modern NBA draft combine. So, yeah, I'm sure that the women's basketball is going to fare even easier to palm, which is a huge advantage. We saw that with Michael Jordan and other great players. So they're going to have nightmares, and they should because I really feel like I'm going to be dominant.
If you make it to the WNBA, you plan to use the women's locker room and all that with them?
Hell yeah.
I mean, of course. I mean, I don't want to be discriminated against. I mean, come on.
God,
why wouldn't I use the women's locker room? I mean, I grew up playing basketball since I was about 5 years old, and a lot of women in my family. My little sister is a collegiate basketball player, D1 collegiate basketball player, and I've grown up knowing a lot of girls and women's basketball players. The great Nancy Lieberman was one of my coaches, Lady Magic over in the Big Three, and I have great respect for the skill of women's basketball. And even at the girls' level in high school, you see that the girls have to play a much more skilled game because they don't have some of the physical God-given abilities or natural physical abilities as the men. So I have great respect for the women's game, but there's a significant difference between biological men and women, and I think we've blurred that line, like we've blurred many other lines unnecessarily, and I plan to exploit that for my economic and athletic benefit.
You
God,
mentioned the other players.
He's not
the
even
way
hiding the
you
ball.
worded
About
that,
you.
bro.
Is there any player in the WNBA that you think could match up well with you?
No.
No.
Maybe Enos. Maybe me and Enos should play on the same team. That'd be good. We the Twin Towers, right?
The Twin Towers.
We think alike. We think alike. We both shine on them. We're Muslims. Both almost playing. I was in Kentucky. I ended up at Iowa State, but maybe this is the how it was supposed to all play out. Me and Enos Cantor running off about 5-6 WNBA championships.
Did Enos inspire you to make this decision, or did you already have it?
I think I was first. I think his must have been today or yesterday. I was about 3 days ago. But, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. There's no time limit on these things. When great ideas and great opportunities pop up like this, you just got to jump on them and ride them all the way.
What happens if you go undrafted? No one signs you, though.
Oh, well, then I have to file a discrimination lawsuit, right? I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a huge legal battle about discrimination if I can't play. I'd like to know what the parameters are. What exactly are the specifics? What criteria do I need to meet in order to be able to play exactly? I mean, is it just a wig? Do I have to cut my beard? Does my voice have to get a little bit lighter? Do I have to do this snip? I'd like to know the specifics of the criteria, and I hope they'd be able to defend it in a court of law. I'm sure their pals over at the NBA front office will be giving them some legal assistance. The attorneys over there at Prokshire and Rose will be giving them some legal assistance, but put themselves in quite a pickle here.
Wow.
This needed to happen to these people. It needed to happen. This is the only way they're going to get their shit together. Have fucking men just jump in there and fuck these women up. And then they're going to tell me about inclusion. Then they're going to tell me all about inclusion. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing about this is they genuinely don't know what to do.
No, they don't.
No, they've allowed it.
That's not the
they've allowed
craziest
it
thing.
already.
Hold on. Let me take this further. That's not the craziest thing. The craziest thing is Engelbert put out a memo, and the WNBA actually convened a whole task force and meeting, and they couldn't come up with a way to describe what a woman is.
Yeah, no.
They said they
Of
came
course,
back and said
'cause
it would
they've
take them
erased it.
months to come to a conclusion on that.
Because they've erased what the definition means. I mean, we know what a woman is, but they've erased it in their mind.
There you go. Because here's
also-
the thing, dude. It's I'm surprised it's taken this long. I was hoping it would be sooner.
Well, I mean,
it
it's already
started
happened
with,
in other
I-
sports.
No, it started with what's his face from The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say Leah
But-
Thomas, that guy who went on
I'm
the
talking
run.
about
No,
like
I'm saying,
what
I'm
what
saying
I'm
the
what I mean by
clapback
this
on that stuff. It started with
what
that
I
guy
mean
from
by
The
this
Bachelor.
is I mean the professional athletes finally invading the women's sports, like the male professional. I was waiting.
Not just
for
like
this.
the amateurs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a shame they don't have
most of
Leah
them are
Thomas
under
was an
contract
amateur.
for professional athletes, so that would make sense to try and to just leave your contract for better money, for less money. Just to make a
Correct.
statement.
Well, if you're bored, like let's say LeBron James gets bored, and LeBron James gets bored, he's already, he comes back in to join the WNBA.
Oh, he's too old.
Actually, as old as that motherfucker is, he should join the WNBA.
Right. It would make it more fair.
Well, you're not likely to get drafted at a certain age in the WNBA even. So
Yeah, but come on. even as old as he is, he would still beat all those women. I mean, they play like 15-year-old boys.
But what I was getting at here is I kind of was hoping that this would happen before I saw a female fighter get her head cracked open by a dude. But I'm glad that we got here because this is like it. It shouldn't have been a conversation, but the reason, in case somebody is wondering, we all know, the panel knows. But in case you're wondering why they need to take a few months to go and try to define a woman when they get asked that question, it's because they know if they answer that question faithfully, they're going to break the minds of like an entire generation of children who they've mind raped. And I think the catastrophic reaction of that all happening at once might be too much for the country to handle. Like, as that's all I'm thinking about is like telling all these kids all at one time that Santa Claus isn't real, and then they all just like go ape shit and just cause 1,000 mass shootings, which is what they ought to do when they go ape shit these days. So maybe that was why we did. It took so long to get here.
Stop it right now.
But hey, since we're here, can we unban Destiny now?
What?
Unban?
I mean, I think this is it, right? This, yeah, just unban him. Like, this is it, right? It was the transgender Keffels thing. Like, we're done. Come on now. Fucking Twitch. Anyway, yeah, that was all I had on it.
I'll be right back. I gotta go fucking on this dog. It drives me nuts. No, fuck out the way.
That dog is a big pain in the ass, dude. I'm not.
That's a big husky.
No, he's not a husky. He's an Alaskan Malamute. He's a fucking 100 pounds.
Oh, he's a Malamute? Dude,
Yeah.
No wonder he's huge.
He's
yeah,
100
Malamutes
pounds
are
of an
massive.
asshole.
He's a huge pain in the butt. I gotta go fucking walk him. He's gotta take a shit.
Can I ask a question there, Slender? We've been
Sure.
asking it at the house. We've been asking it at the house, and it's driving me nuts. What the fuck was the problem with like a transgender league?
Yeah. Why the fuck don't they just start their own fucking league? And everybody will be fine.
Because the whole idea was to blur the line between what it is to be a man or a woman.
Which is fucking extremely stupid, bro. Biologically, it's fucking extremely stupid. But anyways, I'll be back.
He's not wrong. It's
Do
fucking-
you want to know
it
what
is.
my like kind of conspiracy opinion is behind all of this?
Sure.
I think the reason they're pushing the transgender ideology stuff is so that there can be less real men in the future by trying to confuse the next generation of young boys into hopefully cutting off their own dicks and taking hormones to like stop their own development, all in the hopes that in the future there will be less men who can oppose all of this bullshit liberal progressivism that they're pushing, because only real men would stand up to this nonsense. Because we've seen that liberal women will accept it. Women by nature are very empathetic and very emotional, and only men would look at all of this nonsense and call it out as nonsense. And that's what they're hoping to get rid of. They're hoping to get rid of people who can resist them, which primarily is men.
I feel like
They're
we've
essentially
just
trying-
gone so. Go ahead.
They're essentially just trying to make the government the father of everybody's household. And they're trying to get rid of actual fathers in the household. They don't want strong males, strong leaders in the household anymore. They want the government to replace men, which they've been doing this for a while.
Why do you think that is?
Well, because like I just said, men can resist a tyrannical government. If we have to go to war with a tyrannical government, it would be men who would be fighting it. we would first fight it through votes, right? But if votes don't work, we can actually retaliate physically. But if there's less men to fight or push back against these ideas, then it's easier for them to push more progressive ideas.
Why do you think progressivism needs women? Like, there's definitely progressive men out there. I don't think
Right,
it's
right,
like
but it's a little bit, it's kind of obvious that it's more
Liberal progressive men aren't really
with the
men
women.
most of the time.
That's what I'm saying. They've
That's not
become
even
like
that's not even a
effeminate.
transgender joke. That's just they are completely stripped of their manhood.
Right. They go with whatever their liberal wives tell them to do, and that's not a man anymore, technically. I mean, yes, you're a biological man, of course, but you've lost that thing that really makes you a man, which is you have to be the leader. You can't let the liberal woman lead you around. And it just seems, and it seems to me that they're using women's empathy against them. They're weaponizing women's empathy and emotions against them, and that's why women tend to be more progressive and liberal.
um I mean, I guess.
It's a
I feel
conspiracy,
like
right? I
there's
mean, but that's what I think.
I I feel like there's definitely other, like, I don't think you have to inherently be a girl boy to be liberal, or progressive anyway. But you know what? Progressivism has changed so much from when I've known it, so you guys might be more correct than I'm giving credit for.
Yeah,
Because
I
these
used to be a
days,
liberal,
that
and I
yeah,
used to, like, back up all of my friends that were girls who were very like liberal. But as I was getting older, and I guess as more testosterone started flowing through my body, I just started standing up for more things and being like, actually, no, I don't agree with this. And they hated that. They hated that I would stand up for anything. They would be like, no, Chris, you need to go with what we're saying. You're a man. You don't understand. Listen to us. Trust us. And there came points where I was just like, no, I'm a fucking man. I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. And I'm just not going to go with everything you guys are saying anymore. And that's when I started to get kicked out of my liberal friend groups.
Jesus.
The liberals need yes men. They need yes men who go along with the cause and just basically act as like male representatives for their cause. But if you stand up for anything at all, they kick you out. They're like, no, you're not you're not following us anymore. You need to go.
Do you think that we're ever gonna get to a point of normalcy on this?
I sure hope so. I mean, no,
Because
it's like
that's
you
where I
said,
feel like
terms.
we're. Go ahead.
It's like you said, terms have changed so much because it's like I'm still pro equality, right? Like, of course, I want equality and equal opportunity for everybody, for women, for people of color, for minorities. So it's like I haven't really changed that much. But now I just see that a lot of the stuff that they're talking about is just straight up nonsense. Like this transgender ideology thing. That was one of the first things I started disagreeing with my liberal friends about. That they would say having sex with a transgender woman is not gay. And I would say, I'm sorry, but that is gay because that used to be a man. And I think that's gay. But also, there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's like if you want to be gay, but just call it what it is. Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes and tell me that something isn't gay when it's clearly gay to have sex with a tranny, you know?
Hmm.
Oh, well, whatever. What are we up to?
Monkey, are you talking? We can't hear you.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you muted?
Oh, damn it. Damn it. So,
what have you been saying?
No, what I was gonna ask is it gay if you didn't know?
I think
so.
when you get down there, you're gonna know.
That's deception. If you really thought it was a woman and it was dark and they were post-op and you just didn't check, then
You
I
had an
think that's
Adam's apple, you're
deception.
fucked.
It's borderline rape, I think.
Borderline rape.
Well, because you've deceived me, you know? It's like you didn't tell me you were a post-op transgender person. I would like to know. If I would have known, I would have said no. But also, that's why one-night stands are not good. You shouldn't just have sex with random strangers that you don't know.
Fair. That's a good point. This is how you avoid these situations.
One crazy night in Thailand.
Yeah, that's a way of putting it.
You know, and I respect the Thai femboys or the lady boys as they call themselves because they're being honest, right? You're like, "Oh, you're a lady?" They're like, "No, I'm a lady boy." So they're honest with their shit, and I respect that. What I don't like is when you try to deceive me and you try to tell me, "No, I'm a real woman," and it's like, there's a word trans before the word woman for a reason. You're a trans woman. You're not just a woman. You're a trans woman. And that word that goes before the word woman is important, you know?
Ladies, we used to just call them it.
The he, she.
They're it. You have he, you have she, and you have it.
So I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Pops probably can answer it better, but while I'm searching for it, Pops, what's the war update looking like?
Iran.
The war update.
Yeah.
The war update pretty much is we're just starving them out, bro. We're just gonna continue to starve them.
Iran claims Strait of Hormuz is blocked.
Yeah, blocked by us. For them. It's open for everybody else.
Is it? Because gas is pretty fucking expensive, bro.
Actually, gas would be well over $4 a gallon if he hadn't done that other thing that he did. I forget what it was called, but there was some treaty that he canceled so the gas would stay.
Gas prices aren't directly relative to the situation itself. They're more in response to what's going on.
You know, when you think about it, this is more the Lloyds of London's fucking problem than Iran.
I mean, dude, I wish I could tell you a good update, but it's literally just Hormuz on pause.
Yeah.
They don't really care anymore because now there's pipelines and shit like that they're using. They're not even using the Hormuz Straits anymore to get oil around. Like the Arab nations have started using pipelines, the UAE and Saudi.
Yeah, but that's still bottlenecking, I'm sure. I mean, I'm saying that completely on my ass, so. But I'm pretty sure that has to be bottlenecking.
I mean, pretty soon something's got to give with it, though, because the oil on that side of the world should not be affecting us on this side of the world. Like OPEC's got to.
Well,
OPEC's got to go.
It does because the fact of it affects international trade, which affects companies' financials, and that's why gas prices get affected because of all that.
Well, I think they're
America's
bluffing
too
about it not
invested.
affecting them.
America has their hands too in the world overall, where most things worldwide will start affecting our markets.
Yeah, but I do think that
Not
they're
because there's a shortage of gas. There's no
Right.
shortage of gas.
No, we are quite a
Right.
ways from a shortage.
But I think the Iranians, the IRGC, are bluffing about it not affecting them as much. They're like, "Oh, we're good, we're fine," but I think we're calling their bluff, and pretty soon they're gonna actually admit that they're not doing that good.
No, I
They're
wouldn't
not doing
doubt
so
it.
hot.
But the thing is, they will never admit it. That's part of their even their religious doctrine, that they will never admit defeat or that they are on the weaker end. It has to be a portrayal of strength.
Right. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying, right? It's like, yeah, they're bluffing,
have so
but
many
maybe they'll
fucking-
break. Maybe they'll break.
They have so many lose conditions in that doctrine. Have you noticed?
Oh yeah, it is crazy.
Like, if you actually sat there and like read that shit, there's so many like lose. Like,
Oh,
they are not a very.
okay.
They're
I
not a
believe-
very confident people.
I don't know if I've ever had a full discussion on here about the whole thing with the religion itself and everything, but the religion is tied directly to the politics when it comes to Islam. They rule their countries through the religion. They get their policies through the religion.
They're
All of their
theocratic,
war tactics come through the religion.
And
And
they
they are
will
some of
die
the dumbest
through their
things
religion.
ever. Yes, they will.
They will die through their religion.
They literally have so many things of they will never bow down to what is considered Satan, which is what they just call America at this point. No matter
anything
what,
that's not
because they
Islam,
cannot.
basically.
They cannot, for it will make it where they are no longer. I forget the words that they use specifically. It's been a while since I've studied these various religions, but yeah, Islam's one of the worst.
Yeah, and that's why we basically can never have a real treaty with them, because they have professed that they can never agree to anything with us because they consider us Satan.
Any treaty in the past.
So then, where the fuck does this war end, guys?
We'll see.
Are we dropping a nuke on Iran or what?
We'll see, because there is
we don't
yes, the
have-
possibility of them completely breaking. It's just very low with how they have been for the entire time that Islam has been around.
This is why we need to unleash Israel and stop holding Israel back and let Netanyahu do his thing in Iran.
But the whole thing comes down to if they ever even make a deal with us. That's why in the past, when there's ever been deals, it's always been where it's like, oh, we forced America to come to the table and negotiate peace. They always have to spin it in a way where they weren't the loser, that they made us beg and grovel for them to stop.
Right.
But that's never been the case.
They're so full of shit, yeah.
Maybe they got Obama to pander to them, but that's about it.
Obama bin Laden.
No, that's not true. They got Hassan Piker.
Yeah.
Hassan Piker was also recently in China, sucking China's dick, being like, "Oh, look at how great the cities are."
By the way, I know it's a side segue, but have you guys noticed? Maybe not, but I live with Pops now, so I see at least I don't want to say legacy media, but right-leaning
1 hour
media a
of
lot more
Newsmax.
than I used to. Bro,
You get at least 1 hour of
they
Newsmax
are
a day.
hitting. They are hitting that panic button on fucking Hassan, bro. I see that man being talked
It
about
ain't
on
a panic
Fox.
button. It's not a panic button. They're using Hassan to fucking slander the left.
That's what I was
they're
gonna
doing.
say. They're not panicked about it. They like the fact that Hassan is being like named as like a Democratic figurehead now because he's an easy target to hit. He has done some of the dumbest shit publicly. Some of the
Destiny and the
dumbest
liberals
shit.
are fucking insanely pissed at this shit.
He has said some stupid shit.
Yeah,
Like
like
the
the United States
I find it crazy, pops. I find it crazy, pops, because a lot of the shit that y'all are like just figuring out about him is like 3, 4, 5 years old. Like, we've known this guy.
he really hasn't been relevant. He's only relevant because fucking Mamdani and the other cocksucker in Michigan, you know, are sucking his dick. That's the only reason he's relevant.
Right. It's like Mamdani gets voted in, and now it's like, okay, why is Mamdani voted in? And we got to backtrack to see how radical the left has actually been for the past couple of years.
Exactly.
To lead up to Mamdani actually making office.
And he's failing miserably, by the way.
Right. And,
Yeah,
and it's
how's
crazy.
that?
I have a liberal friend who supports Mamdani, and every time I see him, he's like, "Oh, you see what Mamdani's doing? He's doing so great. He's fixing New York." And I'm like, "Bro, what reality are you living in?" But they spin all their shit to make it look like they're winning to these liberals. So they don't live in reality. It's sad.
It's pretty much, bro. Everything we've already known, we've known for years. At least, you know, we've known for years. But it's being exposed to the fucking general public, to everybody else that's been fucking blind. It's all being exposed. It's all being put in their fucking face, so they can't fucking deny it. And some of them are so blind that they still do. But for the most part, it's being exposed. Everything's being exposed. This is how the left really has been. This is what they are.
Right.
This is who they are.
Yeah, they
The
hate
shit
America.
they live in
Plain and
sports
simple.
is the same shit. I mean,
Yeah.
this is what these people are. Now we're going to make them look ridiculous because we're going to put guys in there to play with them, and they're going to get killed. Like, it's basically the same shit.
Yeah, bro. It is aggravating the other liberals. I could say that much. Watching that guy fucking work.
They're willing to fucking jump ship right now. I mean, they've already jumped ship. That's how radical that side's gotten.
Hold on, let me check what we got here. Enos. Oh shit! It was a topic. So I guess we just accidentally got into our next topic. So it was a topic.
Oh, about the Democratic Socialist topic. Yeah.
I guess having said all that, like, would we consider like what the DSA's shit, the DSA movement, would we consider that like a hostile takeover of the Democratic Party at this point? Because I don't see them as allies. That's for damn sure.
There is an attempt.
Yeah. I
How
really don't
successful do you think it'll
understand.
be?
I don't think it's going to be that. I mean, it'll be successful to an extent because there are plenty of retards out there that just seem to fall for the whole ideal of capitalism evil, socialism good. But their own, what was it, co-chair or whatever, when the interview she was on, do you have a video? Do you have a video of that one? Because that was just ridiculous.
Co-chair. Where was it at?
It was on a news network, if I remember
It was
correctly. It was
yesterday.
an interview with an anchor or something, and they were asking the specifics of what the DSA is like trying to go for. Like she was, and it's and when pressed, like they couldn't really give an answer.
The girl with the red glasses?
I think so. If you put the video, if you like load up the video where I can see an image of it, I can tell you for sure if that's her.
Yeah.
We need better producing on this show. Okay.
There's also, yep, that's her. There's also a video of Mamdani that came out from the past. I don't know if you saw that. It was him on a Zoom call with like 2 other people, and he basically goes over.
Apparently, this whole interview was just bad.
Oh yeah, the whole interview was awful.
Because there's a lot of clips.
Yes, the whole interview was awful. But it's oh, there was actually a couple.
Do
yeah,
believe
that's
in
right.
taxing the hell out of millionaires. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
what is taxing the hell out of the meaning?
This is one of the good ones.
Yeah, you know, again, I don't have like a solid, but I think.
But shouldn't you?
That's
if you're the
that's a good
co-chair,
question.
if you're the co-chair
That's
of
a
the,
good
of
question.
DSA,
Oh,
should be
God.
more specific than just taxing the hell out of something. What exactly do you mean?
So again, it's democracy, right? And we have to look at what we need to spend.
It's
and what we
democracy.
need. We don't want to depend on the existence of millionaires because that means people are still getting exploited.
So anyone
Wow.
who is a millionaire,
So make everybody poor.
you did it because you exploited people. DSA co-chair Megan Romer feeling the heat after struggling
That's just
to
one of the
explain
clips.
one of the far left
If you can
into-
pull
Okay.
up a really good one that pressed her was the blonde woman a little further down. I forget her name. Not a little further down. On the, I think it was on Fox or something. Yeah, that one there. Nope, nope. Go back down. Went up. Back down. Nope. Back down. Back down. You'll see the blonde woman, not that blonde woman. Go further down. The other blonde
The
woman.
next blonde woman.
Yes, that one.
That one.
Oh, you're talking about the fucking lady from Fox.
Yes, that's what I was saying. It's on. It was Fox.
Shannon Brim.
I don't know the names of everybody on there. I don't watch Fox.
I don't watch Fox either, but I used to.
So we're going to put up on the screen a few of the things that are part of your platform. And I want to ask you, just give me sort of a true or false on these. Abolish the Senate. True. Okay. Replace the presidency and Supreme Court as we now know them.
Yep.
Abolish the Senate.
Yeah.
I am the Senate.
Abolish ICE.
Absolutely.
Abolish borders and give amnesty to anyone currently in the U.S. illegally.
Is it racist to say that she looks exactly as I imagined she would?
No, it's not. It's not.
He's a fat,
It's
ugly
pattern
bitch.
recognition.
Yep.
Pattern
Long-term
recognition
plan,
is not bigotry.
Defund the Pentagon.
Absolutely.
Defund the Pentagon. This bitch
This
is
is how they
stupid.
all look, bro. These are fat.
Abolish
lazy fucking
prisons,
bitches
at least
that
in large part.
That's what they look like.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program, yeah.
Okay, so no prisons. Government or public ownership of most large corporations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So communism.
Yes.
Pretty much. In a nutshell.
That's literally what they just publicly advertised to everyone. That it's not
Yeah.
even socialism, that it's communism.
No, it's communism. Bro.
So we're going to put up on the screen a few of the things that are part of
That
your
is the same
platform,
one.
but I want to ask you true or false on these.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
kind of
and
a
if you
slight-
can find
slightly-
it, I don't know if I can find it, but there is a video of Mamdani on a Zoom call. And he goes over how the strategy is to basically get in
I am
with
tired
people to like
of a
what is it?
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, they don't take your
telling
voice.
us
I didn't know it was
that
a
in order for us
7-minute
to be
interview.
progressive, we now have to believe ideas and support ideas that are completely nuts.
You got a set of defunding, decriminalizing, open borders. We have run that play and gotten our butts kicked. We don't need to do it a second time to see if it turns out, if the movie turns out any different.
That's how
Some
you
of the Democrat voices pushing back on the growing influence of the Democratic Socialist candidates they say are ultimately going to hurt the Democrat Party. So let's talk about it with the national co-chair of the Democratic Socialists of America, Megan Romer.
God,
Megan,
dude,
welcome to the
she
show.
really does look exactly as I thought she would.
Thanks so much for having me, Shannon.
Okay, so there's this growing conversation about whether you can exist within the party, whether you want to upend it for your own purposes, a totally different platform. The Daily Economy quotes you saying this at a DSA convention last year. We will win by making conditions so intolerable for the ruling class that they would rather give in to our demands than continue to live with the disturbance we cause until we are able to fully seize power ourselves. Is that aimed at the Democrat Party?
That sounds like terrorism.
It's
That sounds like domestic terrorism.
That is fucking insane to read off.
That sounds like
paper,
domestic terrorism.
That is like, so a hostile takeover?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah. Domestic terrorism.
That it's aimed from the working class to the ruling class. So the two-party duopoly, the two corporate parties, it is aimed at both of them, and it comes from the working class.
So should Van Jones and Rahm Emanuel and James
I love how
Carville
she
and all of
says
the
the working
establishment
class, but
Democrats
her
be
fat ass
worried
right
about
over the
DSA
wall.
plans from within their tenants?
Fucking fat bitch. The working class.
The establishment Democrats should be worried about the voters and about what the voters think and about what the constituency thinks. And right now they have not been delivering, and our candidates are and have been, and it's resonating with voters.
So Jamie Harrison,
What are y'all delivering? Please, Shannon asked that, right?
Yep,
Shannon, you're gonna ask this, right? We're gonna get some real journalism today out of Shannon Bream. She's gonna ask this question.
who was the DNC chair, after you guys had such a big night in New York City and knocking off some of those incumbents and having success with your candidates in the congressional primaries, he said, if you hate the Democratic Party, then don't run for our nomination. Don't use our resources. Don't rely on our volunteers. Don't use our infrastructure. Focus on building the party you actually support. Other Democrats out there saying this is a separate party, the DSA. You don't belong within the party. How do you respond to his statements there?
Yeah, I mean, the two parties have over years and decades created a system where ballot line access is extremely difficult for third parties. I also have been told a lot of times by Democrats, don't vote third party, it's wasting your vote. So we run on the Democratic ballot line where it makes sense. We run independents sometimes where that is a viable possibility, but it's a ballot line. And what matters is what the voters think, and the voters are overwhelmingly choosing our candidates.
They certainly did in New York and in other places, Colorado and others. It's not just
So
a
she's
big
just
city
admitting
phenomenon.
that she just puts candidates wherever she chooses?
Okay, so we're going to put up on the screen a few of the things that are part of your platform. And
No,
I'm going to
what
ask you
she
to give me
said-
sort of a true or
What
false.
she basically just said there was like, we're
She
not
basically just
Democrats.
said, we just put candidates wherever we want to. Where we think
We're
they'll
not
get the vote.
Democrats.
The first line is the most insane of all. Eliminate the Senate.
Guys,
Eliminate the Senate. This
We're
is literally
not-
Star Wars. We are the Senate.
what she said was, we're not Democrats. We just need to skinwalk them to survive.
Yeah.
Until we have enough followers. Yeah.
They're never
Unless we're sitting in a place where a Democrat is so weak that we can actually run as an independent.
And didn't walk the Democrat.
They are a parasite in that party,
Yeah.
bro.
So now do you know why the Republicans are rooting for him? Yay!
Slightly unrelated to
On
U.S.
these,
politics.
Abolish the
all
Senate.
across South America. The countries are turning right wing, and they're voting in capitalist right wing, anti-socialist presidents. And so I think
Replace the president. Go ahead, dude. Finish that because I'm gonna lose my brain cells.
Yeah, in South America, multiple countries are switching from socialism to a more capitalist Western government. So I think even though they might have some steam right now, this whole movement, this whole DSA movement, it's kind of obvious. They're full of shit and they're gonna crash and burn because it was tried in South America, right? Colombia, my country of origin, we had a communist president 4 years ago. We had him. He didn't do anything. He just made things worse. And now the country pivoted, and now we have a right wing president. And many other countries in South America are switching.
What these people are not understanding is every fucking thing they're saying here in this little fucking thing that they're going through here, none of it goes with the Constitution of the United States. None
They
of
don't
it.
care.
But that's what rules this country. And until they get with that program, they're not going to win elections. The fucking Constitution is what runs this country. It'll never
They
change.
don't. They don't want the Constitution to run this country, bro. That's an old document.
Obviously,
it doesn't matter. That's what runs this country. The Constitution.
Replace the president and the Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary chosen by and subordinate to Congress.
Right. They want to run the whole fucking country on Congress. Get the fuck out of here.
A bureaucracy, straight bureaucracy, and just basic communism. Just straight basic communism.
That shit will never, ever, 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 ever fly in this country. Ever.
This is why I've said for the longest time when people argue with me online and shit about fascism, communism stuff, or socialism and all that stuff, and they don't even know the difference between the two of socialism, or between all three of them, to be honest. They don't know the difference between all three of them.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
And they constantly miss all of the actual reading and documentation, everything out, history, all that out there that says that communism and fascism are much more closely related than anything else.
Yeah.
All right, let me get back to this.
True.
Yeah, this is a crazy
Okay,
video.
replace the presidency and Supreme Court as we now know them. Yep. Abolish ICE.
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely. Abolish borders and give amnesty to anyone currently in the U.S. illegally. As a long-term plan, yep.
When it comes to
Defund the
borders, I say
Pentagon.
we take the route of Poland.
That would
Absolutely.
destroy the identity
Abolish
of the country.
prisons,
We
at
would
least
have no
in
country.
large part. Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program.
Hey, let's just give the
Okay,
land
so no
back.
prisons. Government or public ownership of most large corporations.
Wait, say that again. Say that again. I
Say
didn't
what?
hear you.
Give the land back to the Indians and have them run the fucking country? No. Fuck out of here.
It'll be one. It'll be one gigantic
absolutely.
Miccosukee casino.
It's still a
No.
lot of people that get
There are
here.
other tribes.
Right. Yeah.
Jesus.
There's still like, what? There's still a decent number of tribes that still exist in America overall.
No, there is.
No, it's true. It's true. The Cherokee, the Pahuchi or whatever.
Cherokee, Apache, at least those two I know for sure. There's, yep.
Did you just say
There's a very large. There's like a whole town of natives in Tennessee. I forgot what the tribe is called, but they run things by themselves, and it's pretty cool actually.
Mm-hmm. The Seminoles,
everything's
they're
free.
the ones that usually run all the casinos.
Yeah, Seminoles run the
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Seminoles
Cherokee.
the Seminoles are probably Jewish down in their ancestry.
Damn.
Hey man, they're
Damn,
smart.
bro. What the
They're
fuck?
smart.
What the fuck?
They're accountants.
What are you
definitely
doing,
are.
Slender? What's the meaning of that? Huh?
Their accountants
What?
definitely are.
It's because the Seminoles are very big on casinos.
Yep.
A lot of the other tribes aren't very big on casinos like them.
They're not.
The Seminoles are smart. They got in. They got in while the getting was good.
That is true too, yeah.
Yeah.
The Powhatans just became fully assimilated and no longer became Indians once they joined the English colonies.
Okay, so then let's go back through some of those then. Abolish the Senate. There are people who are in the Senate now who are very supportive of DSA. They lose their seats?
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, the Senate is an anachronistic institution. It comes from the British House of Lords. It is made to protect power for. The Senate was part of the system that was made to make sure that the people didn't have too much of a say. So we want to expand Congress significantly, but make it a unicameral legislature.
Okay, and without the presidency and Supreme Court, so abolish ICE, would there be any enforcement of immigration laws, or with abolishing the border, we're not enforcing immigration laws, they go away?
Yeah, so again, this is part of this longer term plan, and part of it
But if you
includes,
can get there.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get to the place where the U.S. is not destabilizing countries in order to mine them for resources, there will be significantly less migration.
What do you think is we are not that would potentially destabilize the U.S.? Because there's only so much the economy can bear, and when you have a flood of people coming in, it might not work out economically. According to a lot of analyses, if you just open up the borders and there's no enforcement at all.
Well, we're not saying open the borders tomorrow. We're saying rebuild an economy and a society that works for everyone.
Really?
And the open borders is part of a longer-term international plan that involves us stopping destabilizing countries. Most people who are coming to this country are coming as economic refugees, and we destabilized their country. We did that.
Well, a lot of, if you look at data, the Center for Immigration Studies says right now the households here in the U.S. that are headed up by people who are here illegally, nearly 61% of them are on some type of government or welfare program here in the U.S. Can we afford to do that? I mean, at some point you run out of resources.
Well, right now we make it very difficult for people to participate.
I think we
in
might have been too
society
harsh on
in
the
such a way
Sandy
that
Hook
they can avoid using
anyone can make mistakes.
So we want people to be able to work and live and go to school and actually participate, which means contributing to society and also
there are crisis actors that are part of every major
collective choice
disastrous event.
So if we talk about abolishing prison,
taking interviews and stuff, people found one of them recently. They found his profile online, and he even has it listed that he's a crisis actor in his profile.
Hey, does
That's gotta be fake.
Anybody
Who does that?
what Tucker is now? Is he a fucking like Democrat or socialist? Or
Tucker?
a Groyper? What the fuck is?
Groyper. Yeah, Groyper. There you go.
Tucker's a
You got it.
Groyper.
You got
He's
it.
like an independent. He's rejected the Republicans. He's an independent Groyper.
Anyway, I actually found two videos of Mamdani. There's one of his what this post is saying is his real accent, but it's probably just it could be a real, it might be a real one with seeing the other video.
His African accent?
Yes, he had an Africanized
his
accent.
Arab accent, yes.
Right.
Fucking dickhead.
But he's from Africa.
He's from Africa.
There are
He's
Arabs in
Muslim
Africa?
in Africa.
There are Arabs in
He's
Africa?
from Africa. So,
yes, but okay, so the African accent is different than the Arab accent.
Okay, but there's Arabs in Africa.
Right. I just said Africa because I know he's from Africa, but he's a Muslim in Africa.
But just a bunch of white dudes talking about African accents. And
Well, I mean, Elon's an African. I think that's what locates the most.
I was going to say, what are you celebrating?
You see, it would have made sense if he did it when we were talking about him becoming a husband soon, but now he's just doing it at a random point. I don't understand. This doesn't make sense.
Well, I poured my beer into a champagne glass.
Oh. Okay, that's...
Oh, so you're just like rednecking it.
Yeah, okay.
All
right. Anyway.
I'm glad we got there, dude. I'm glad we're here. to have
But
this
yeah,
morning
I don't
with you.
remember what I don't even remember what this co-chair's name is, even though they probably said it in the beginning of this video.
Oh.
She's just that crazy.
Then
She's just
does that make
Megan
the
Romer.
society better? I mean,
Yeah,
is there
there it is.
anybody that should
Megan
be
Romer.
incarcerated? I mean, rapists, child predators, murderers.
Yeah, so the long-term plan, when we think about most people who are in prison, they are mostly in prison for crimes of poverty. So when
What?
we
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the really,
yeah,
you know,
no,
like the
I hear
murders
you.
and
So
rapists of the
when
world.
we,
Know how
yeah,
to look
so
at
when we
analytics
get
and
rid
stats. They
of
think
this
everything is
need
purely
for
to do
crimes of
with
poverty to
poverty.
exist, when we get rid of that destabilizing force that
Because people
creates
rape
so many
people
people who
because
are
they're
living in
poor.
desperate
Got
situations
it.
and doing desperate things, that brings those numbers down to very small numbers, and then we can collectively decide what we do with those people. I suspect it won't look like the prison system as we know it today.
Okay, but you do think some people
We're
need to
gonna
be
treat
locked
rapists
away from
with kid
society.
gloves.
Some people
gonna-
are
no,
not
they're just
able
gonna bring back
to
the
be
gulag.
functional members of society. That's true. But what does that look like to keep the rest of us safe? You know, we're talking about safety. We're not talking about punishment. We're talking about making sure that we're everybody's safe. Everybody
We're talking about
maintains their
safety,
dignity,
not
and
punishment.
everybody maintains their humanity.
Okay, so much more to discuss. I hope that you will come back, especially as we
Think about
figure
the
out what the
humanity of the
party
poor
does with
rapists.
respect to you, meaning the Democrat Party, in your role in it, and in 2028 especially. Megan Romer, thank you.
Oh my god, these people are so insane.
That was in a good interview, dude. I'll tell you that much.
These people
And
are
there's
so
people that still
insane.
support them.
But you know what? This is why I brought up the South America thing, because South America had its socialist moment, and now they're pivoting and going right wing because they realize that it's bullshit and it doesn't work. And we can see how ridiculous this stuff is, right? I really hope that the average American can as well, and I think they do, you know?
Here we go.
All these fucking people want is a handout, bro. That's all these people
Yeah.
want. They want a fucking handout.
100%. They want a handout and they want to be in power. When they're in power, they're going to be making the big bucks.
Yeah.
And they'll be fine with. They're making the big bucks now for whatever reason.
I mean, look at all the fraud that was going on, bro. Look at all the fraud that was going on. That's insane.
Exactly.
And now they ain't got that anymore, so they're really going insane.
Well, that's what they're going to do. When they tax the millionaires, they're going to pocket most of that money because they're going to be like, oh, we need this for administration purposes. And then they're going to do a piss poor job of delivering because that's just how the government works. The government is never efficient or good at delivering on its promises. And that's why, you know, as Republicans, we believe that the government should be small.
Exactly.
Cities, so I wouldn't have
one day after the slaughter of 1,200 people and taking of over 200 hostages, you would have come and rallied behind Hamas.
I think that October 7th was largely inevitable. If you put people in an open air concentration camp and you deprive them of rights, of dignity, of food, of the ability to live in safety, you have to expect that they are going to not take that for that long. And that is not defending any harm of civilians or of non-combatants.
Well, sure.
That is. Do you think it is?
You're saying you're supporting it.
I'm saying that I think it was inevitable. I think that you cannot put people in a cage and expect them not to revolt.
The Palestinians
and
were
I
living
think
just
that,
fine. They were not in a cage.
That supporting the civilians, the non-combatants, the children who were being killed, that's really the primary thing.
You know, it's like the
so you live in
selective
upstate New York. You
ignorance of
describe
jihad.
yourself as a
They
John
refuse to
Stewart.
acknowledge.
Yeah, we can't.
They
hear
refuse
you
to
when the video's
acknowledge
going
jihadism. I'm sorry.
Yeah, say that again. Sorry, my bad. Like I wasn't quick on that one.
What?
All I said was it's crazy to me how they just ignore jihadism. They act like these people are victims, but they refuse to acknowledge the fact that they have a murderous intent and that they were living
Oh
just
no,
fine. They were not living.
They just still blame that on America too. They acknowledge
Right.
it. They just blame it on America too.
But the Palestinians were living fine. Their country looked great. Everyone had like beautiful shops and amazing restaurants and freedom. I don't know what they were missing. Like, what are you guys missing? They're just mad that Israel exists. That's all.
Bro, they teach their kids from little fucking kids to fucking hate Jews. From babies.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen the videos, they literally are using women and children as human shields. They have their children try to go up and attack military members, so that hoping that the military members would shoot them so they can record it and post it online.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just what we're dealing with these types of animals.
That's what I was gonna say. The scary part about that bitch is that fucking there's actually people in this fucking world that'll follow that stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
That's because they've been propagandized and groomed into thinking that that's the right way, the moral way of how things should be.
Insane.
They think capitalism is evil.
If you
when
want,
capitalism
I'm
is
sharing,
just
tab.
Oh yeah, that's right. I see you got something here.
I don't know. I don't understand what's evil about. If you earn this, you keep it. What's so evil about that? If you earn something, you can keep it. You don't have to give it away. You can keep. You earned it.
Right.
I mean,
That's what I was going to say. Capitalism is just the belief of private property. Capitalism is private property, and socialism is the belief that you do not have a right to have private property. That at any point in time, the government can decide you have too much private property, and we need to take some of that away.
And that's insane.
And that's fucked. And that's fucked. That is fascism, when you use the power of the government to take people's private property against their will.
Dude, that's what happened to my parents. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what happened to my parents. They had property, they had businesses, they got them taken away by the government and redistributed in Cuba. So
I don't know if you guys have seen this clip before. This is his interview or whatever for that Lion King movie. Because his mom, what was it? His mom was a part of it or something. I forget what the specific is, but this is supposedly his quote-unquote real voice.
I mean, we also do, our showkees. We do our showkees in Kampala. But I mean, having a dance move to a song is a big thing, right? But I would say the Nigerians have really patented that. The Nigerians come out with a song, like Yemi Alade has a song called, what's the name? Kofi Annan. She has a song called Kofi Annan. Do the Kofi Annan. Now all my friends in Kampala are doing the Kofi Annan, right? So Ugandans, we don't really have as many dance moves associated with a song. But we will always dance. We are always dancing. That's the thing. The difference for me is, I'm from Uganda, but I also grew up in New York. In New York, you don't really, you go out.
Actually, it does kind of sound slightly different than than the Arab accent that I heard. But let me show you that. Hold on here. Let me.
He's code switching like Kamala Harris.
Way to change what tab? Yeah, a lot of the Democrats seem to do that, where they change. All right, let me pull this one up here.
Fucking. That was funnier than it should have been.
So this one is him on a Zoom call, though, and this one is it's basically laying out how to get. Oh wait, hold on. Let me redo this real fast. Make sure it's doing it with the audio, because sometimes it doesn't. Okay, there we go. All right, so we can pull that up now.
I think that with the interesting thing about our communities here is I think that minority communities, because we have never had representation, we are tied much more to identity.
Never.
White communities, they've had representation forever. And so for them, their tie is a little less identity and a little more ideology. And so what I mean by that is we have a lot of voters here who think of themselves first as progressive voters. And so we reach out to them speaking about our platform, our progressive platform. And you're very right that you need someone in the middle to be a validator, someone to tell them to trust us, believe in us. We've had that with Tiffany Caban and Cynthia Nixon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
So basically, that's them. That's them admitting. That's him admitting there that they're just using the ideology as a tool to further what they want to get further their reach and everything, their representation.
Who's making a hanky panky in the background?
You think he's getting his water, dude? That's all I hear. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy, man, relax.
Jesus. Breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Very loud.
Holy fuck, no.
So yeah, I'm not surprised at the code switching. I've seen AOC code switch. I've seen Kamala Harris code switch. Pretty much, if you're a person of color and you're a politician, it's almost like you're allowed to code switch. I've never seen a white person code switch. Has Hillary Clinton ever
really?
code switched?
Yes, Hillary. I was about to say, you haven't seen Hillary do it?
I've seen her say she keeps fucking hot sauce in her purse, which I don't believe for a second. But
however, I don't think she did like ethnic code switching. She did the regional code switching, where she would start talking like the place she was campaigning at. So like in the South, she put a Southern twang on her voice.
So phony, bro. These politicians are so phony.
He's the fucking most phoniest bitch I've ever fucking met.
Where do they get off being so phony?
Oh well, that's how they.
Because if they tell the truth,
votes.
nobody will vote for him, bro. If they tell you the truth, nobody will vote for him.
Oh hey, look the meme switched. The meme that I had up went perfect for this conversation. It had a nun and then a Muslim woman, and it said, "Why is the first one fine, but the second one criticized?" The Muslim woman, because the second one explodes.
Hold on. Let me get back to the document.
Oh my god. God help us.
Todd Blanche got confirmed.
Yes.
For what?
Attorney General.
Yeah, Attorney General.
Caroline Leavitt is leaving at the end of the month.
Yeah, Leavitt's leaving at the end of the month. So.
I liked her.
Yeah, no.
She was pretty.
I think this is the last thing on the document. Let me pull it up here real quick. Okay. I'm gonna have a guy in a really nice mustache explain to me this next thing. I truly hope he isn't brain dead, because I'm just going based off the mustache here.
Okay.
Right? I feel like good mustache, right? This seems right. This seems about.
I don't know this.
Federal judge just dismissed the Trump administration's anti-Semitism lawsuit against Harvard. Here's why. The judge said that the Trump administration did not give enough evidence to show that Harvard was deliberately ignoring harassment against Jewish and Israeli students
my
on
God,
campus.
they
This
obviously
lawsuit was
were.
filed in March, but it's just the latest in a long series of legal battles between Trump and the university. Trump has accused Harvard and other colleges of having institutionalized anti-Semitism.
I think Harvard's a disgrace. They're obviously anti-Semitic.
The allegations largely stem from incidents in the immediate aftermath of October 7th and the Israeli war in Gaza. The court found that those incidents are too isolated to hold an actual claim against Harvard. So the Trump administration had argued that a lawsuit like this was necessary to force Harvard into compliance with civil rights law. That compliance does not mean compliance with specific government demands. It's a clear victory for Harvard, which is one of the few schools that has so far refused to make a deal with the administration. This is just one of the ways that the Trump administration is trying to reshape higher education. Other moves they've taken, like dismantling the Department of Education, have been more successful. So Harvard and Trump are not done in the court system. There are still plenty of legal battles between them, including one over Harvard's ability to enroll international students, which the Trump administration has tried to prevent them from doing. And it's very likely that the Trump administration is going to appeal today's decision over anti-Semitism. A federal judge just dismissed the Trump...
You know.
So, stupidity.
I gave him credit. I gave him credit. He had a good mustache, Steven.
No, he
I
didn't.
never thought I would see the day.
That mustache is
where
horrible.
our-
What are you talking about?
Look like
Yeah.
fucking Becky Sanchez from fucking.
Look at my mustache. This is the mustache of elegance.
I never thought I would see the day where America's highest
federal judge has
educational institutions would get hijacked. You know, like our most prestigious universities have been hijacked by
'Cause
freaking
they've been
communists and
grooming-
jihadists.
They've been grooming this shit for years.
Mm.
At least a decade, bro.
Cost the Justice Department's lawsuit against Harvard University that accused the school of turning a blind eye to anti-Semitism. It's a key blow for the Trump administration and its months-long campaign to try to pressure Harvard into some sort of settlement. Harvard, of course, has been one of the administration's top targets in higher education, amid its national push to try to rid the country of DEI programs. This was a lawsuit that was brought under the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and a provision that prohibits discrimination on race, color, and other factors in federally funded programs. I'll just read you a bit from this lawsuit filed back in March, saying that for several years, Jewish and Israeli students had endured a hostile educational environment at Harvard. The Justice Department went on to allege that they were repeatedly denied access to educational facilities by anti-Semitic demonstrators, and saying that they were fearful for their safety, that Jewish students wore baseball caps to conceal their yarmulkes and kept them out of sight, effectively denying them access to federally funded educational opportunities. But now this lawsuit is no more under this ruling from U.S. District Judge Richard Stearns. He's an appointee of former President Clinton who got this case and serves up on the federal bench in Boston. To show you a bit from this 4-page dismissal ruling, saying that these incidents that the Trump administration had pointed to were not enough, saying that he's not diminishing any concerns arising from them, but that he found them singly and collectively too isolated to support a plausible inference that any institutionalized noncompliance with Title VI persists at Harvard to this day. The judge also went on to deny the Justice Department's claim for damages. Now, one key element here that Harvard had been arguing that has not been addressed here is whether this violates the First Amendment. Harvard says that this lawsuit and this whole pressure campaign amounts to unlawful retaliation. The judge here didn't address that argument, simply saying that the allegations that were alleged back this spring are not enough for him to rule for the administration in its civil rights lawsuit. So, a big loss here for the Trump administration. It still does have the opportunity to appeal. But also, this story isn't over because there are several other cases proceeding across the country as this broader campaign and this broader war between Harvard and the administration continues. There's another case, for example, over Harvard's federal funding with billions of dollars at stake. That's one that's already on appeal and is being briefed along this summer. So we'll be watching that case as well as whether the Justice Department feels this one. The Hill has reached out to both the Justice Department and Harvard for comment.
All right. I got both sides. There you go. That was fair. I didn't just give you mustache guy. I gave you guy that looked borderline like he could have been in the Third Reich if he was, 30 or 40 younger.
The classic Aryan.
Yeah, dude, that guy looked like creepily classic Aryan. He's unnerving. I don't have anything else left for the docket, so we can banter from here.
Kind of like a boring political week.
Yeah, dude, because all we're doing is. What is that? What, dude? Hold on a minute.
Can we talk about something slightly unrelated to U.S. politics?
No, hold on, wait.
All right.
Yeah. This is why shit is politically boring right now, because as it stands, I think this is the Iran war right now.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, this video. What? You really want to know? Yes! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! No! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! What's your name? What? What's your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony! Fuck you! What's your name? What? What's your name? Ezekiel! Ezekiel? That name fucking sucks!
That name fucking sucks!
Hey! Guess what I did last night? Don't you fucking bring my mother into this! My mother? You guess what I did? What? I built that fire over there. And then I fucked your mother next to it. Fuck you! Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I'll fuck you in the ass! Fuck you! Fuck your mother! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Hey! Guess what I got in this bag?
He's like, I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna get over there. Oh my god.
Yeah, I forgot that was the ending to it.
Yep.
I've never seen this video.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Damn, you've never seen that.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's funny. That's an internet classic, dude. I forgot that it ends in Tony getting shot in the face.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But yeah, up until he did, that was the Iran war.
Yeah.
That's been the Iran war for like the last 2 weeks. But unless anybody else has something they want to talk about, what did you say, Chris? That you wanted to?
I was gonna bring up. I don't know if UPOL has to be specifically about U.S. politics, but
no, it can be about whatever. We're open.
So what I was gonna bring up was, so recently there's been several earthquakes in South America, in Venezuela and in Colombia, and that so much like it's news, but it's not really politics because it's like, okay, it's a natural disaster or whatever, but it's resurged the conspiracy that HARP can somehow create earthquakes.
What can create?
HARP. Have you heard of HARP and the HARP conspiracy?
No.
HAARP. HARP.
AARP?
HAARP.
So, just real quick, for anyone who doesn't know, HARP is a radiological station up in Alaska owned by the United States. And it's pretty much like a big field full of antennas. And what these antennas do is they send radio frequencies into the ionosphere, into like one of the layers of our atmosphere.
Fucking making up words right now?
No, dude.
I'm not.
He's not.
I'm not. I'm being super honest, and I'm trying to be as accurate as possible. It's like a field full of antennas, and they send radio waves basically into the atmosphere to test how the ionosphere would react, and it's mainly to gather data so that they can understand how like satellites and shit in orbit would react to different frequencies of radio waves. Anyways, there's a bunch of conspiracy theory nuts who think that HARP is some sort of weather weapon, that this is the United States and Israel's way of controlling the weather throughout the world. And anytime there's some sort of natural disaster, they blame HARP, which is basically like blaming the United States and Israel. They're like, oh, the United States caused the earthquake in Colombia with HARP. And I'm like, how does HARP create an earthquake? How does radio waves in the sky create seismic activity underneath the ground?
No, I've heard stuff about manipulating the weather, but not earthquakes.
Right. It's just some bullshit I've had to deal with like recently because I'm Colombian and the earthquake in Colombia happened, and so unfortunately there's a lot of socialists and stupid people in Colombia, and all of the socialists and communists in Colombia are like, oh, because you know they're anti-imperialist. They're like, oh, it's the imperialist American and Israelis causing these natural disasters, trying to destabilize our country. And I'm like, no, you dumb motherfuckers, you're on the Ring of Fire on the Pacific coast, and that's why you got a fucking earthquake. But to them, it's political. There's a political agenda for why an earthquake happened.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, have you noticed that?
What?
We don't have like just regular natural disasters anymore. It's always like
it's always a conspiracy on the disaster.
It's always like the Jews are making hurricanes and steering them.
The Jews are controlling the world.
They control the weather. They control the weather.
The Jews control the world.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
are they retarded in Mexico?
Whatever happened to Brandon, bro?
Are you fucking...
They are. No, I swear to God, they are. That's what I was. Every time I see a comment or a post about how the earthquake in Colombia was caused by HARP or the Jews or America, I'm like, wow, you guys are really retarded. No wonder the country can never get better. The country can't get better because it's full of fucking retards.
That's a lot of the world in general. And we can talk about demographics and ethnicities and things like that relative to IQ if you really want to. But one thing I just came across, which let me just go ahead and share this here because this one's actually kind of this is crazy that this happened. What was this? Was this today? No, yesterday. This was yesterday. This was yesterday in Mexico.
All right, bring it up, bro.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, that's my Jack Daniels.
Don't you touch this man's Jack.
Me and Jack don't get along. I told you. I get violent. Me, Jack, Jimmy, and fucking
I love Jim Beam. If I could have some Jim Beam here, I would. But someone gifted me that Jack Daniels bottle, so I'm just trying to finish it.
All right, I'm sharing it. So, apparently yesterday they had to do a public disarmament day. So they were going to destroy this rifle. They were working on destroying it. You did see this?
I saw this in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, how did that happen?
These people are stupid. So that
How
rifle
are you gonna
just
go?
discharged.
Yeah. How are you gonna go to destroy a rifle and not even check it first to make sure it doesn't have anything in it?
Yes, he learned.
Dude, they're so lucky.
Hey,
they're
you know
so
what?
lucky nobody got shot. I don't know how.
Wait, no, someone did get shot. The guy in the white shirt.
Oh, they did?
Yes, look.
Oh, he's full of blood.
I don't know if he survived.
Hey, can I say something? Have you heard any updates on the guy that shot Charlie Kirk?
No, actually.
Here.
The only last thing I heard was that he it's basically been admitted in court and everything, but I don't know specifics.
But I heard something about this. The guy's lawyers were saying something about the crowd. And, I don't know, some bullshit. I heard something fucked up about it.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
It was on the news this week.
No, I haven't heard anything. Last I heard was that he refused to testify. He's just trying to let the conspiracies take over the trial.
Yeah. It was never like a full out like admission. It's just
I
basically
think they were
things that
trying
he
to
said
knock
that like
they were trying to knock the charges down or something because they're saying that
he hit the intended target.
The intended target, right? And there was no threat to the other people in the crowd or the people next to him. Some bullshit like that.
That's so fucked. It's like, oh, you did your assassination job right.
Murder. It's still first-degree murder.
Capital murder.
It should be life, if not a death sentence.
The guy planned to do it. He did it. He went through with it. It happened. It's fucking. It's pretty shut. Open and shut case. I mean, I don't get it.
Right. His father turned him in. That's the part that drives me crazy about all of this. It's like the father turned him in. The family knows he did it. The guy confessed that he did it. The police arrested him. But yet there's still doubt in people's minds about who it could be.
no, because they want it to be Israel.
Right, that's the thing.
They wanted to. Hey, what happened to Brandon, bro? Where's Brandon?
He's in jail.
I like how we mentioned Israel and that immediately.
Wait, is that really what happened?
Where's Yeah, Brandon's in jail.
Oh, you know what? I'm
Brandon's
not
in
surprised.
jail.
No,
his
it's actually it's not.
It's
not. It's not that. His ex girlfriend's kind of a piece of shit.
Oh.
His ex is accusing him of domestic violence and such.
And she's like a super piece of shit.
But the part that I'm like, Brandon should have learned to control himself was apparently one of his charges is that he threatened a federal officer. So at some point in the middle of his arrest.
No comment.
So at some point in the middle of his arrest or the booking or whatever, he fucking opened his mouth and got himself into more trouble.
No comment. I have no comment. I'm not gonna say a thing. You know what? I understand.
Yes, you do.
I get
well,
it.
Brandon, I'm sure Brandon was very pissed off, right? He's getting arrested on bogus charges, and then they're manhandling him, and then he's like, "Fuck you," and Probably said some verbal threat. And the officer was like, "Oh, that's a verbal threat. I'm gonna fucking throw another charge."
See, you always have the right to remain silent, but you don't always have the ability.
And we all know Brandon loves to talk.
But you
So,
the right to remain
we
silent.
should start him a GoFundMe and get him out of there, bro.
Yeah, I said I would contribute. You know,
Dude, what's his bond?
Like $50,000.
So 5,000.
So 5,000.
Yeah.
Bro, in 2 weeks he's out anyway. They can't keep you in there too long.
Well, he's been gone. He's been gone for 2 weeks already. He's been gone for almost a month now.
Oh, well, he should be getting out soon, bro.
That's not what I'm hearing.
No, what was the charge? I mean, fuck. Capital murder? What?
I don't know what the charges were.
He didn't kill him.
What are you talking about? We talked about it on the chat.
Yeah, but I don't know what the official charges were. Like, I just know that.
All right.
That like.
Well.
I mean, I'm sure I
would
do.
contribute.
I screenshotted it, so it's probably in the chat somewhere. I just can't remember.
What would be great is if his girlfriend was Jewish. That would be. That would have been funny.
That was one of the jokes. That was one of the jokes. That she works for Mossad. She works for Mossad, and she's trying to silence him. So. For a long time, people were accusing me. They were like, "Chris, what did you do with Brandon?" And I'm like, "He's in the tunnel."
Yo, even Meta AI was saying he was in the tunnels. That was where I was starting to be concerned. I was like, "Hey, yo, I think something's wrong with Brandon, bro." Like,
that was actually really crazy. I never expected Meta AI to respond with that. But I guess it's just a robot, and it had nothing else to go off of. And the only one responding about where he was me, saying he's in the tunnels. So it literally just copy pasted what I said. It literally copy pasted what I said. He's in the tunnels, and then an Israeli flag. And I'm like, that was literally my response last time I was asked.
I was freaked the fuck out when he did that. I was like, "Hey, yo, I don't like that."
Crazy.
So, you got anything else, Lender?
No.
Me either, man.
I mean, the only other thing that I saw that was of interest at all was in India, they started attacking an electrical transformer because a cow died from electrocution.
A cow. I saw that. That was so funny. It just goes to show why the country can't progress.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Do you need a video? Do you need a video?
When I electrocute a cow, no, I'm good.
No. The cow's already dead. It's just the Indians start attacking the transformer.
That makes it better.
I mean, the cow is in the video. It's just, it's not alive.
The cow is in the video. It's dead on the floor.
But you just see
and then they're attacking the transformer with sticks. You know, I wish one of them was stupid enough to attack the transformer with a metal rod and also get electrocuted. That would have been rich.
I'm actually surprised they didn't with how stupid they are. But basically, the transformer wires were hanging too low. The cow touched them. And, that never works well. So they all take a bunch of sticks and start attacking the transformer.
Dude, what a waste of beef. I mean, I know they're all vegan over there, but it's like, okay, the cow got killed. Let's at least not let the body go to waste. I mean, this is a shit ton of steak.
Yeah. Pretty much everything else is mostly like culture war type of shit that I can see just scrolling through things.
So
Nothing
basically,
like.
nothing of interest.
Oh, there is one little thing. There was a game. The company Saber is making a game. I forget what the game is, but Saber Interactive is having. So what happened? There was a woman that named Stella. Let me see if I can find the story real fast.
Yeah, give us that story there, Stella.
Let me see. Is this the article? No, that's just an article about the response. So, trying to find the initial thing about it. It's making it difficult because now stuff from Fate is showing up about Saber from Fate, not the company Saber. So basically, a quote unquote woman, because come to find out, it's another one of those.
Woman.
Was fired from Saber Interactive. That was a what were they? A lead writer or something like that for the game. I believe it is a
developer?
simulator game. It is a simulator game. I'm trying to remember what the simulator game is. This is a picture of it.
Where's the picture?
I wasn't pulling it up. I was just trying to see if I can find the information. But basically, what happened was this person got fired, and then came out stating a whole bunch of stuff about how, quote unquote, she got fired for being replaced by AI. Things like this. So the CEO came back and responded, and this is the one thing I do have, because so the person was named Stella, and he comes back and he's like, Stella who? I had to ask Claude because I have never spoken to her or seen her. We have already said we are using AI for certain parts of the game and will update the Steam page once we have finalized the feature set. Let me clarify that the entire story script, were it to win an award, would go to someone who can walk up on stage and receive it. It was always our intention to reveal this until Stella violated her confidentiality clause and revealed this before we were ready. We look to our use of AI in this particular game, which will be a lower price title, as a plus for consumers. And then he goes on to say, as far as Stella is concerned, she was replaced by someone more talented and terminated for a variety of reasons a few months later. From what I can gather, she enjoys controversy even more than I do. I would frankly, in retrospect, have been happy to replace her with AI. At least we would be dealing with someone programmed to be honest.
Oh, God. That is an insanely professional go fuck yourself, dude. Like, wow. That's elegant, dude. Now, I've written a lot of professional fuck you letters. That's why he get paid the big bucks, dude. That's a good one. Wow.
Hats off.
Yeah, for real. Hats off.
Has there been any update on the Legos controversy? Or no?
Not really, since
not a significant one, though.
Oh.
I think it's legal battles right now.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I think it's legal battles right now. We have to wait for those to go through.
There will be a part 5 and a part 6 and a part 7 and a part 8. Yeah, at least this is what he says. He's like LeBron James in those things. I think that's what he's going to turn his career into. Ben, the minifig guy.
Well, I guess this is a kind of political topic. Music, well, not just music, but AI generation itself.
We had that topic already.
Did we talk about AI generation?
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember.
Well, like last podcast, we talked about like the posters and the art
I wasn't here for the last episode.
Ah, well, you want to
Well,
rehash?
previous plot.
Let's
Yeah,
rehash.
yes, you were.
Dude.
Yes, you were. You and Monkey were going on about like the music scene and the people not wanting AI to make posters and flyers.
And
we might have talked about that before, but there is a whole thing going on with it again with Suno wanting to watermark pretty much everything, and then also limiting downloads.
I am supportive of that.
Well, the problem with that is if you generate even just like a sample or loop to use in production, it's watermarked and your entire song is marked as AI.
That I'm still okay with it. I understand what you're saying because that's gonna be an unfortunate side effect of that, but I'm still like super supportive of that. Like pseudo watermarking, I like that. I like that idea a lot. Wow, man, actually, dude, fucking, I can't believe I'm saying this, but props to Suno. Like shit.
Yeah, it's being kind of honest and transparent, I guess. You know.
It's not letting people get away with like saying, "Oh, I did this by myself." Like I understand, like what Slender's saying is true. That is gonna suck in the
My
long run,
question for that is, what does it matter?
Oh man, it's in the music scene. It matters. It's
yes, but it is more of a self-imposed morality thing in most of the art music scenes in
community.
General.
I wouldn't
when
say
it comes thinking about it logically, what does it matter? When art in itself is subjective, and the whole point is what the invoked response is of the person consuming the art. What does it matter?
But it's not just the response. It's not just a response because people could get an emotional response out of looking at nature, you know. But when I was a liberal, I went to a high school that was all about art, and I used to study art. And what we learned in my art history and art classes was that art needs to be made by a human being. And one of the best examples is in like the early 1900s. I forget which decade exactly, but there was a toilet, a urinal specifically, that was signed by the artist R. Mutt. And simply because this man signed his name on this toilet, he didn't do anything to the toilet or to the urinal except sign his name on it. But because he signed his name on it, it was officially considered art. And so the
like the banana taped to the wall.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like you did nothing.
The
other
whole
than
thing is subjective. Well, the art industry, when we're talking about fine art that's just a scam.
I want to argue that. I want to kind of argue that real quick because you said something about self-imposed too. I don't think it's self-imposed. I think it is a community. I think it's communal.
Well,
that's because it's a self-imposed morality that people take as a part of the community. Yes.
But I do agree with it because my whole point about the urinal being signed by R. Mutt is that basically anything can be art as long as it has the human intention behind it. Because you can find a beautiful
so then
scene
when
in
it comes
nature.
to AI prompting, you would still have to have the human intention to actually prompt it.
Yeah, this is
that's a good point.
You're basically explaining my homeboy Paulie's argument, which is if you were to ask Paulie. He's fully he's on Sir Slender's tip. He's fully for AI, and the way Paulie puts it is
here's the thing: fully for AI doesn't mean fully for people to use it for scamming and things like that.
Well, no, I'm talking about as just hear me out. You'll understand what I mean by that. The way Paulie puts it, and I'm steel manning the fuck out of him right now. So Paulie, if Paulie's listening, at least you understood that I was listening. Paulie hates when the other side of this fence says some shit like it's not artistic to use AI because it's, in his words, Not fucking easy to do what I do with AI, okay? It's not simply just putting some shit in a fucking AI prompt and then bam, it's all fucking magical. It actually takes fucking work. It actually takes effort, and you have to actually know what the fuck you're doing. And to me, that in it itself is a fucking art. So I get his sentiment.
So my whole issue with the fight is the fact that people say anything from AI at all is no longer any type of art. It's just purely soulless. It's pure trash, slop, whatever the hell they want to call it. That's where my issue is, because there's people that spend hours working out exactly how to write out what they need to get a specific output. Or even then, there will be people that'll take an output and then they still have to make edits personally. Or like making a video. A lot of video generations don't just come out like ready to go. A lot of it is you actually still have to edit the clips and everything.
Like the AI isn't the finished product; it's just part of it.
My whole thing with it is, and again, I can only say about graphic design. To me, it was more of a hassle than a tool, so I erred against it. There's like a couple of my designs have AI in them from the past because I'm not a video game designer. So I needed to make the bar that I was working at a Street Fighter level, and I couldn't do that.
Right,
so
but you're describing exactly what it is. It is a tool. Not everybody's going to be the most absolutely creative with it, and those people will reveal themselves quite obviously. People that lack creativity altogether will be revealed quite obviously, because it's no longer about, with AI and the AI tools, it's no longer about the quality output. It's about the actual creativity behind it, the story and emotion put into it.
Yeah. But I will say,
and just like with my music, like my music
is
is generated, except for, I mean, even my voice, but it's still my voice. I still sang the song initially. I just had it put through a generation so that it has all the proper effects, and the melody of it was something that I designed, but then it came out with actual instrumentation.
I will say that art also, like, how do I put this? It's really important that whatever you're doing, it's like the authenticity comes from the passion behind art. The way I can describe this is through example. I actually just had this conversation with Tori. I did a rave that like 2 weeks ago. It was called Frankie's Flow Party. It was a very pretty rave. We had made a joke earlier that I'm not the era of raver. I'm the era after raver. I'm the era that killed raver. But I wanted, to provide an authentic presentation of a rave from the era before mine. Because it was about flow, and I wanted to make it, female coded. I wanted it to be a pretty event. I don't know how to do that. I'm not good at that. I'm an edgelord. I'm a fucking, goth metal, hardcore kid, juggalo kid. Like, pretty isn't something that I do. So, I defaulted to Tori and Frankie on the other side of the ball, who was collaborating. They built a candy making station. They brought a bunch of decorations. They all put them up. They had a bunch of pretty butterfly fucking lights everywhere. They had stickers all over the place. It was a very girly, pretty event. It had purple lights and everything. You can tell. First off, that was one of my best raves this year. But you can tell that was done so well, and I would have never been able to do that. I could have gotten all of that shit. I could have built that table. I could have got all the fairy lights and all that shit and set it up myself, but it would have looked like I set it up. And it would have just looked like some guy threw it up there. The way they did it, presented it, took their time out, sorted everything, built the table, decorated it. Like, they really enjoyed that because it's like for a moment they're putting their heart into something. That's art. That's if you're not doing that, if there's an absence of that, you're gonna get called out because real artists will be able to see that really quickly, and even consumers of art can see that not as quickly, but over time. What I don't like though, and why I say the Suno thing, the watermark, why I think that's agreeable, is there's people.
No, so I don't think you understood. So it marks your entire song as completely AI generated, even if you're only using part.
Right.
And that becomes an issue for hybrid artists.
The issue that we're having right now, and I'm sure Suno will eventually solve for it, is the technology is new, so there's going to be bumps along the road.
Oh, there was another layer to this. That's right. So Spotify is going to label.
Yeah,
people,
I saw
artists.
that. I saw that.
So this is where it ties in. So how does this work? So if an artist was somebody who never used AI before, but then decided to start using AI recently, will their entire profile be labeled AI on Spotify because of that?
I don't know, but I don't think that that's the. I don't think that's the spirit of the action. If that makes any sense to you, I don't think that's what Spotify is gunning to do. What I think Spotify is gunning to do is there's certain artists, bands, rappers, they're everywhere, that their entire body of work is AI. Spotify will know that, so I'm pretty sure that's what the intended purpose is. But again, until we see it in practice, I'm kind of talking out of my ass, you know.
Yeah, we don't know yet for sure.
What I will say though, the reason why I think that that's such a good thing is again experience. I know an artist has been producing for a very fucking long time, and this is what
I have an issue with it
because
the fact we don't have watermarks for any other like VSTs or anything. We don't have a watermark for what DAW you use. People just explain what tools they use. That's how it should be. If you use pseudo, the actual artist wouldn't care. The only reason people are hiding it is because of the vocal people out there. Whenever they hear AI at all, or the word AI, they are up in arms.
Yeah, which I'll get to that because I kind of agree with you. It's my opinion on this is like multifaceted, but my fear is this situation happening. I know there's a guy down here who and he's very open about it. To his credit, he's very truthful about it, which is why I know so much. He's been producing for a very long time, and then at some point in that career, he made the decision to start heavily relying on AI, if not fully relying on AI. And I've known the guy for a pretty long time. I'm not gonna blow up his spot, but I had him for a show, and he played an all original set. And then he started talking with a couple of the other guys from the scene. Mind you, these guys are old. They've been around forever. Like they've heard music. We're not talking about some noobs, right? We're talking like the old head scene.
Well, old what age?
Like our age.
Oh, okay. See,
a little bit older than us, but like.
But you see that that's another part of the problem around our age up to the 40 is there's a lot of that age range, even 40 and younger, seems to be very more against it until you get to the 20s.
Well, no, it's not even that they're against it. When I finish this, you'll see what I'm talking about. The conversation that I heard at the door was, "Hey, man, your production got really good lately." Like,
oh, I remember you said this one where he didn't talk talk about his tool use. Yeah,
and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I appreciate that. Yeah, dude. Like, I've been listening to you for a long time, but whatever you're doing, it sounds really good." And I'm sitting there because I know, so I'm sitting there like, "Fuck," right? Because this guy is a talented producer. Okay, like he's also his job is computers, so he's kind of proud that he can even do this. But there's other people that I know that are doing this as a joke. One of them is a podcast co-host at another show of ours, who's doing this as an entire fucking joke because he's kind of like Royce Freemaning the whole situation with the WNBA. There's people out here that are gonna fake this shit, and I don't think we.
So what
I know
your
people.
friend
I
did
know
isn't
people say
necessarily
it's
fake.
soulless. I know people say it's soulless, but I don't think the average human being can really tell the difference, and that's what fucking bothers me. And that's what fucking bothers me, because if it starts becoming that fucking easy, my job gets fucking harder. Like, just speaking as a musician, I don't. Just speaking as a musician, you can hate me if you want to hate me, because I'm about to take morality and artistry and all ethics completely out of this. I don't want more motherfucking competition. I don't want another motherfucking Billy, like kid, fucking 16-year-old come out on here with a fucking virtual DJ setup and an AI producer. I don't need this shit. All right, I've spent way too much hours and money doing this shit the fucking appropriate way to have some fucking Gen Z, Gen Alpha fucking kids come along with AI and just do everything that I fucking accomplished in
Then
fucking a
utilize
year.
the tool yourself.
No, dude,
You
fuck
have
all
the
that.
here's the thing. You have the
here's the thing.
experience and training already. So if
Here's
you
the
utilize
thing.
the technology,
I'm
you would be even
handcuffed.
further above them.
I'm handcuffed. If I go to use that, I might as well kiss my career goodbye.
That's not entirely
For
true.
real. No, it is true. It is absolutely true. Down here, if it takes one guy to go, hey, Monkey uses AI, gone. It's game over. Good night. Good night, Irene. That's how it is down here. I know it's hard to hear that, but that's how it is down here. And it's very serious. Like, and it's not something that I'm saying because I think that's the way it should be. That decision's been made. We're just living in that world. Like, the decision's been made.
Well, that's
So-
changing over time.
I don't see that changing down here anytime soon. Like, I'm seeing people ripped off of lineups for it. I'm seeing production companies admonished, bookers admonished. Like, there's a strong resentment towards it down here. I can only speak for this music scene. Maybe I don't leave Florida a lot to know how it is with other music scenes. But down here, bro, they're like piranhas. They will bleed you and eat you if they fucking see that you have AI. Like, it's just the way it is. Like, AI flyers
still
don't
in
have
Miami?
people that come. Yeah, I'm still in South Florida.
Okay, no, but are you like Miami area or are you
No,
still like?
I operate mostly in Fort Lauderdale. There's sometimes that I go into Miami. It's like my
Miami, I
secondary
would be
base
like
operation.
that would make more sense because Miami is very like that kind of.
No,
area.
Miami is like that. So that would be factual in both Miami, Broward, West Palm. Like, unless the only people that are using AI are like douchey fucking house people that don't care and don't need to care because they're working at like a club space or some shit. But even then, club
Here's what
space
you
will be
gotta
like, that's
worry
bad
about.
for that's bad for our branding.
Here's what you got to worry about. Is it more economical to do things with AI?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what
Without
you
a
gotta
shadow
worry
of a doubt.
That's what you got to worry about.
Let me explain it to
Because
you.
just like the printing
you're
industry
a
back in
business
the
monkey.
day got taken over by digital computers and fucking printers, okay? And the obsolete screen printing went out the fucking door, and the landscape changed. That's because it was you can make things four color, like photo looking, realistic with a digital printer and spend 10 times less money than if you did it silk screen.
You're absolutely right, and that might actually be the problem. So,
And Monkey, I think of it this
so-
way. Remember, we lived through the change from vinyl to CDJ to controller, and we're
Right.
reliving it with this AI. Thing.
I understand what you guys are saying, but look, to add some.
But you are right. It does take a bit of time. It did take a while
To
for them
add-
to finally
to-
accept controllers.
To add some teeth to this, if I were to completely use it, like let's say I live in a world tomorrow where like we're just allowed to use AI without like a big a backlash over it, I would, in effect, absolutely make poly obsolete. Like there would be 100% no need for poly. Like if I use AI, there would be no need for poly. There would be no need for most of my promoters. There would be no need for the graphic designers that I use. Like this is all jobs. Like yeah, it's great for me, the guy that running the show. I don't have to pay all these people, but then sorry, Paulie, you're shit out of luck.
So wait, what does Paulie do specifically?
Paulie is my main promoter, graphic designer, and videographer. Like
So why wouldn't you need
video
promoters?
designer.
Okay,
I wouldn't
you
need
a
promoters
video
because
designer
if
or a graphic
I wouldn't
designer,
need
so-
promoters because if I have AI promoters, they would be able to do that for me. Most of promotion these days is done on social media. That's like 98%
social media
of
bans
promotion.
automate. Most social media bans automated.
Again,
posting.
we're living in a, this is a hypothetical. We're living in a world where AI.
Oh, you're
is
saying.
allowed.
Well, it's
Like,
allowed on social media.
No,
but
no. Full stop. 100%. No restrictions. Just allowed. Like social media doesn't put restrictions on it. Society doesn't put restrictions on it. Just if I'm allowed to full stop use the full potential of AI, I would eliminate poly.
Your promotions are purely online.
99% of my promotions are purely online. Yeah, I don't even flyer anymore. There's no need. No one uses them.
Physical
Like
paper
there's
flyers.
and it's not
flyers
just
are still
it's,
useful. We still use flyers for things.
It's not just me. Like most production companies down here operating are almost exclusively online promotions. Like Instagram is
stupid.
king now. It's dude. I'm seeing people pack club cutters to the brim.
You know?
I'm seeing people pack club cutters to the brim on Instagram promotions. So,
if everybody's just online all the time, I guess.
If that's the king, then yeah, that's the promotions team. But on top of that, Paulie's main thing is like giving me video work and graphic work, and if I could just use AI, eventually I wouldn't need to call Paulie. So Paulie would be
Sorry,
fucked.
Paulie.
So,
Sorry, Paulie.
You would have the
I'm
capability
sure
of doing
Paulie
everything he
understands.
does with AI tools.
Say again.
Probably.
You would have the capability because remember, AI can't do
No,
everything.
I understand what you're saying. That's why I use the qualifier eventually, because again, if I'm allowed to use AI, economically speaking, it would make sense for me to learn what Paulie knows.
But
So
the
yes,
thing, here's the thing,
eventually
you have to
I would work
You still
to-
need specialists for certain things because
No,
even
no,
with
I-
AI can't handle every single thing.
That's not. Again, I don't
Usually
need
when it
to. I
gets
could be
better.
my own show.
When it gets
I
better.
could be my own specialist. I don't need specialists for everything. I could just. They said that about flyers and graphic design. I do 90% of my flyers now. Like I've almost completely eliminated the flyer designer out of my operations completely. Simply for saving money on the budget. So this is what I mean. Like they told me I need a specialist
Maybe
for
I'm not
flyers.
explaining
I said eat shit.
counter.
I'll learn and do exactly what they can do, and then I'm my own specialist. If I'm allowed to do all that, then I can go and learn exactly what Paulie does better than Paulie, and then Paulie's fucking, and that's it. That's a mouth out. And then on top of that, like we were just talking about the online promotions, that's an entire promotions team. I had like 7 people in that promotions team. All of them wouldn't need them. Just wouldn't need them. But I don't rely on AI, and I need these people because I need word of mouth. I need more people to fucking. It can't just the only reason for online
word of
promotions.
mouth? So you would still need people.
Yeah, but again, What I mean
But
by
if
word of
the
mouth
general
isn't
consensus
go
changes,
out.
So
Isn't
your whole point that
isn't
you were
go
trying to
out.
make was
Listen,
that
listen.
you would
Isn't
eliminate
go.
everyone.
Yes, word
But
of
you
mouth
wouldn't.
doesn't mean Slender. Can I finish the sentence?
Well,
word of mouth does not mean in today's promotion in 2026 going out and telling your friends. Word of mouth is profiles. I need a bunch of profiles to share this story at the same time that I share this story. If I'm allowed to use AI in this world where there's no restrictions, I could just make 20 fucking bots
That
to
you need
all
to get
share that
followers
same
for.
story. Again, that's easy. AI fucking bots will do AI things to get followers. We see it actually all the time. I watch bands, entire AI bands, come up on the algorithm and get followers.
No, so those aren't entire. There's people behind those bands that are actually doing the things.
No, it's a guy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's a person behind the band that is actually doing stuff. It's not AI doing everything. Again, we're not at the point that AI can do absolutely everything.
Again, as the technology develops, eventually, I would be working towards eliminating
when we get to where the pinnacle, the AI would be limited.
We're
by
already
your
there.
creativity.
We're eliminating jobs now.
When I said when we get to the pinnacle.
You know what this
People-
reminds me of? When synthesizers came out, and synthesizers, like, you could be a one-man band, right? You could get, like, every instrument in your keyboard.
Yes. It comes down to the creativity of the person using the tool. Quality is no longer the issue.
I don't think you guys are going to be able to sell this to the artist pool. You're not going to be able to sell this to artists.
I follow plenty of artists that are very involved in the technology.
Again,
the creator of Earthworm Jim, even.
Well, I think
I can only tell you what I can experience, and from my experience and all the artists that I know, and I know thousands of artists that come in and out of Florida. What I can tell you right now, as of 11/29 on 8/13/2026, the idea of AI in music is a fucking not just taboo, will slit your throat and bleed you for the idea. That's how serious they hate that. So I don't see that being sold to at least this music scene down here.
Oh, someone has to take
The one that I work in every single day.
Oh, if no one does, then everyone will believe that it's an ideologically captured area and never change that. Yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if we're ideologically captured. We down here, and I can't say this for rap. I don't know this yet for rap. I think Rolling Loud is getting up there. Down here, we make and run the rules of EDM and rock. We do that. Down here, we are the dictators of the North American rules for EDM and rock music. We've got the two biggest festivals. Everybody comes down here every fucking year. When we decide something is good, that's when the rest of the country follows suit. However long that bulletin board travels and takes to travel, however long the carrier pigeon takes to fly. I've seen it done. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's significant when I say, like, I don't see that being sold down here. So maybe it stays niche in other places, but until you can get South Florida in on the train, that's not going to be a precedent. You have to win South Florida.
Take the charge to do that.
I don't see that happening down here. The system will eat you for that. People do not want to see that happening. And we live in a very, like, the music scene's very liberal, always has been. It's to me, it's too much of a risk to even shoot for. Me personally could not do it. I could not do it. After the one comment I had gotten over the Street Fighter flyer, or the Street Fighter flyer, I could not do it. I got the one. Hey, don't do this shit again, kid. Like, and that is like I can't do it. I like having people come to my shows and shit. When I'm watching bands drop off of fucking flyers because they're AI flyers, bro, that shit's serious. I just don't think the idea is something that we can sell to the music scene. But yeah. That's it. That's all I had, bro. You got any other debate topics? We gotta. We could debate Gamergate. No, I'm kidding.
So recently, Netanyahu rejected the American proposal for them to pull out of Gaza.
You know, I don't think he's. I don't think he's gonna accept any proposals to pull out of Gaza, bro.
Not unless they disarm.
As he shouldn't. As he shouldn't. You can't trust these fucking jihadists.
You can't trust these fucking jihadists.
That was one thing I saw on the news recently. Everyone's pissed off. They're like, "Oh my god, Netanyahu didn't accept the deal." It's like, of course he didn't. Why would he make a deal with terrorists? That's stupid.
Yo, we've come a long way from we don't negotiate with terrorists. Have you noticed that?
Right. That's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, we gotta play nice.
Who was it that said that?
That was never true.
Yeah, but who was it that said that?
Plenty
George
of people
Bush.
have said that.
Bunch of fucking people have said that.
George W.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. Which you're right. That's not, that hasn't actually been true ever. Wasn't it Reagan that had the Iran-Contra affair? That was Reagan, right?
Go to sleep?
Yeah. I know
Right,
Reagan
guys.
would have brought the hostages home.
Reagan brought the hostages home?
Yeah. Back in the day when Jimmy Carter let out fucking Iran took all the hostages, the American hostages, back in the 70s, I guess, late 70s.
Jesus. I didn't even know that, bro.
You were too little. You weren't even born yet. What? You weren't even born yet. I think you were born like at the end of Reagan's fucking term.
That checks out. I came in just in time for Clinton.
Yeah.
Which again, you know, in retrospect, not that bad of a president.
Actually, when you think about it, Clinton was the last moderate Democrat president that I think there was. He was the last.
They were Democrats, but yet they were hard on black people. They were like all these super predators and whatnot. That's crazy coming out of a Democrat's mouth.
After Clinton, this shit went south.
good president that guy was. All we cared about back then was blowjobs.
Monica Lewinsky.
Seeing aliens.
And Monica Lewinsky.
He's the driver of the theory that I think we can rank presidencies based on how good Saturday Night Live is. If Saturday Night Live is good, the presidency is usually fucking.
That's only because Clinton knew how to play saxophone.
Well, no, the Monica Lewinsky things would help Saturday Night Live, bro. All right, man. I'm good. I'm gonna.
You're tuckered out.
Wrap this up here. Yeah, tuckered out.
What if Monica Lewinsky was a plant from Assad?
Oh boy! Okay.
Now get in there and suck his dick. We'll put it all over the news.
Take one for the team. I'm not gonna lie, that wouldn't shock me anymore. I think.
Oh my god!
I think that would make perfect sense. You know, choose, control everything.
As if they didn't have enough blackmail on him. He was all over the Epstein files.
Have you noticed that no one was shocked by that?
Right.
Like that, we had an unnervingly calm response to that.
Oh, Bill Clinton's all over the Epstein files. We're like, yeah, but who else?
Yeah, tell me something I don't know. Like, that's wild, bro. Like, we were just like, yeah.
Come on, man. He was only on the flight log 29 times.
Oh, do you want to talk about the in gaming news Marvel Rivals controversy that happened?
Nah, what happened there?
Okay,
What is that?
So they've been releasing Marvel Rivals is a game. It's basically like Overwatch, but Marvel from NetEase, a Chinese company. It's pretty fun. It's all right, but they've been coming out with swimsuit skins for different characters, and pretty much all of them have been legendary. But they came out with one for Storm, and it wasn't legendary. It was epic. So the usual crowd started harassing the developers, calling them racist, calling for death threats, all this stuff, until the Rivals developer NetEase caved and decided to make it a legendary. And of course, the majority of people are still not happy. And still calling NetEase racist and everything like that. And now talking about how they don't care about the black characters, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
So, like me and plenty of others have said, well, now that NetEase has capitulated to them for this, they will assume that they can have the company do whatever they want now, as long as they complain enough.
Way to go, guys.
What is it with liberals and tantrums?
Yeah.
You know what? I have a theory about this. It's the Sonic the Hedgehog theory.
I remember that.
I think there were unconsidered and unintended consequences when we cyberbullied an entire movie company to change the shape of Sonic's eyes. And when we did that, we unknowingly opened up a Pandora's box that now we can't shut. So whenever we see something we don't like, that's the first thing we do is we go to the internet and cyberbully.
This type of thing has happened before even Sonic. It's just, it became much more prevalent with the internet. And honestly, the whole thing with Sonic, that was a proper criticism, but people didn't go around sending death threats and things.
No, it was a valid
like
it was a valid crash out, but it worked.
Right. The problem with what these people are doing is they're going around sending death threats, calling people racist, things like that.
It's escalating for sure.
Typical liberal shit.
It went from we're not gonna watch this movie to I'm gonna fucking kill you. Unless you make a better design.
That's exactly how it's been going.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Hold on. I literally just was scrolling on X and I saw a conversation about AI art or something like that. Or no, an anti-AI art website apparently got scraped or something, which I disagree with that being happening. You shouldn't just be scraping people's websites, especially the ones that are trying to avoid scraping. But somebody literally posted in the comments of that, kill AI artists.
Wow. Wow.
Just calling
That's all they do is just...
It's not that serious, guys.
She's out of town right now.
It's just an escalation all the time.
Love you guys. Peace.
Oh, you going
Later,
in for a
buddy.
body?
Yeah, he's going in for a body.
Well, we're getting to that point anyway, so.
Yep, it's time, guys.
Everything.
It's
yeah,
time.
bro, I'm falling asleep here, man.
It's time for us to say goodnight. All right, yo. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe.
Peace.
You all have a good
Peace.
night. All those chaps and chaps out in the audience, you as well. We'll see you on the next one.
Yay, we did it.